an introduction to Japanese tea gardens.
Hello and welcome to Videojug. My name's Tom Cole, I'm head of horticulture at Capel Manor College, and you join me in the Japanese garden. This is the very ceremonial tea garden which was really central to the culture of Chinese gardening and the ancestry of that sort of country. It's really had a very minimalist section to its garden. A building, often thatched, simply housing one person making and preparing green leaf tea. But outside, where you could also enjoy the view, you'd have a few strategically placed plants. Very traditionally, you'd have things like the cherry tree for blossom in the spring, bamboo for later on in the season, and this, the sacred Chinese bamboo, which gave you a real ray of colour in the autumn period and winter periods. Making a garden like this looks simple, but in fact, you've got a couple of checks you need to make in place. Certainly the building here might need planning permission, so you need to talk to your local planning authority. But apart from that, the materials are very simple. Rock or slate to make a pathway through, gravel can all overlay a membrane material, and plants strategically placed. All again can be made available from so your local suppliers and good landscape building supplies. Climate does play a huge influence on plants in all forms of gardening, but in Japanese gardening, really, plants are very hardy. Our cherry trees, our wisteria, our bamboo are actually more hardy in their native climates than compared to here, so you have no problems at all having to worry about looking after them and protecting them during the winter period. But what I would say is always try and go for a more south-facing aspect, so you get maximum sunlight, and therefore if you've got anything flowering, it's really going to do very well. One of the most traditional views of a Japanese garden must be the one that has water moving through it, where the water rises up as a spring in the east and then eventually will set down in the west in the form of a lake or a pond, a still area. This is a great garden if you love your plants. This is a garden that has rock, it has mature trees, it has shrubs, it has colour all year round. And when you think about an aspect, in fact, although south-facing is good, you're not going to be limited if you have a north-facing garden. There's a plant for every situation. This is a garden that has movement, and it has some great features such as storm lanterns, deer scarers, overarching red bridges. It's a real good garden for contemplation and sort of, getting yourself in order, I suppose.